Involve stakeholders. The contract review should involve all of the key stakeholders. The contract information should be forwarded to all of the stakeholders who took part in the original decision-making process. Each contract will have its own set of stakeholders and experts. They include departments such as legal and budget, along with a contract management team. All related documentation should be available for the stakeholders to review as a group and individually. Collaboration between the stakeholders will help identify ways to improve the renewed contract. Review. Reviews may be performed more than once, although most organizations perform mid-contract reviews as well as audits. A pre-renewal review is typically conducted shortly before the renewal deadline specified in the contract. During reviews, it is important to take notes throughout the process. Although reviews are not as complex as audits, they are still part of the contract record. Reviews of finances examine the relevant information for fraud and accuracy using basic accounting practices. Any files, documents, reports, emails, and audit findings should also be examined in the review to determine the level of compliance. Besides finances, confidentiality, security, and other factors will be assessed, depending on the scope of the contract. When key stakeholders work at the review together, an objective and accurate decision can be made regarding the renewal of the contract. Check for accuracy and changes. Fundamental contract information must be assessed in the renewal process. Note any inaccuracies as well as any changes that occurred, particularly if they are not already part of the record. Double-check all information to make sure the review is accurate before moving forward. Are the key stakeholders the same? Does the spending match the cost and prices listed? Is the overview still accurate? Are changes needed? Has any contact information changed? Has the focus and scope of the project been altered? Does all of the documentation support the review and report? Update or cancel. Many contracts will automatically renew and need to be canceled ahead of time. If a contract renews automatically, you must make a decision early. Failure to make a decision can result in being trapped in a dysfunctional business relationship. If there is no renewal or cancellation, the negotiation process will begin again. If a contract is being renewed, it must be updated to reflect the changes discovered during the review. Additionally, any changes in the goals and contract parameters will need to be reflected in the renewal. The review will determine whether or not a business relationship continues. A vendor who remains compliant will be seen as an asset and is more likely to have a contract renewed.